Okay, let's start. Rats and Vats. Welcome to your first day on the job at Pike Industries. We'll start you out in the animal testing laboratory. Don't worry about the glowing green vats. We've taken every possible safety precaution. But watch out for the rats. They can leave a nasty bite. Stay safe. So this is the advanced Plague Rat against Chrono Ranger, Haka, Night Mist. I don't know if that's her variant or not. I keep forgetting. I think it's her variant. So it's Dark Watch, Night Mist. Maybe. I think it is. And the variant Scholar of the Infinite is what he is in the Pike Industrial Complex. So YOLO. Yeah, I think that's variant. Sniff, sniff, tasty old meat. The damnable rat beast is back. It wants a piece of my shooting arm. So, yeah, that's Dark Watch Night Mist. Good. I know what I'm doing here. So, we start with a compounded bow. Deal 1 target, 1 projectile damage, and 1 damage of the type of your choice. Displaced armory to search by deck or trash for an equipment card and put it into play. And then deal 1 target, 1 projectile damage. Eye on the prize to deal 1 target, 1 projectile damage, draw a card, play a card. And Terrible Tech Strike for dealing 1 target, 2 melee damage, and 1 target, 1 projectile damage. Haka has Enduring Intercession to redirect all damage dealt to a hero target by an environment card to Haka. Haka of Shielding, draw 2 cards, then discard 1 or more and reduce the next damage dealt to Haka by 2 for each card discarded this way. Mare to deal 1 target, 2 melee damage and draw a card, and Punish the Weak to increase damage to the non-hero target with lowest HP by 1 and reduce any other damage by 1. This Night Mist has the Amulet of the Elder Gods to redirect damage. I'm guessing I'm not really going to read all these cards out. I don't know why I'm doing it now. Astral Premonition to discard a card to reveal the top 2 cards of the deck, putting 1 on top and 1 on the bottom. Enlightenment to have people draw cards based on the top card of her deck, and the same thing. And Scholar of the Infinite, who has a Flesh to Iron, knowing when to hold fast. Transmutive Recovery, and Truth Seeker. So, Advanced Plague Rat is what? It's increased damage dealt by Plague Rat and by infected heroes by 1. And the Plague Locust, when it comes out, increases damage dealt by Plague Rat and infected heroes by 1. So he's going to have a +2 from the start. At the end of the villain turn, he deals each hero target 1 irreducible melee damage. So that's going to be 3 to everyone right at the start. And nothing else other than if you destroy an infection, he deals each hero target 4 toxic. And of course, it's going to be +1 to Chrono Ranger because he's a nemesis. So, this is not FF13. Please tell me the title was correct. Okay, the tweet was correct title. Sorry, I always freak out whenever people say, like, this is not the game I signed up for. Yep, that's okay. Correct email, correct game. This is Sentinels of the Multiverse. It's a card game. It's what I've been playing a lot in the past year. Alright, so let's just see what happens. And Plague Locust comes out. And he plays a Ravage. Deal each hero target other than the hero target with the highest HP 2 toxic. And then... Alright, so we're starting with 3 infections right off the bat. Nice. And order does not matter here. So he's going to do 5 to Chrono Ranger and 4 to these 2. Nothing wrong with the title, you're just surprised. Alright, so who of these 4 do we not want to be infected is basically what this means. So with infection, when this, at the start of that hero's turn, they deal themselves 1 irreducible toxic damage. Well, so not only is his end of turn going to deal 3 to all, but this infection is going to do 3 to each hero. So I'm already kind of like, oh god, this game is going to be terrible. This game is a damage race, is what it comes down to, I think. Plague Locust. So at the end of the villain turn, he's going to regain 3 HP, unless I take out the Plague Locust. So who do we wish to have infected? I feel like Scholar is usually the safer bet since he has a lot of HP recovery options. Darkwatch Night Mist is probably a safe bet since she can always redirect it. But she would have to discard cards to do that. Plus, if she's dealing herself damage at the start of her turn, then all the cards that says she deals herself damage will not get redirected. And Haka has some HP recovery methods. Yes, you missed it. Don't worry. It's going to get improved over time. This is my first of many PC runs. Chrono Ranger, I think, lacks HP recovery outside of whatchamacallit, the doohickey. The whatchamacallit. I don't remember. The bounty. What one is it? I don't think it matters. It's this one. He only regains 1 HP at the start of his turn. So in the damage race, Chrono Ranger is going to lose. So I'm tempted to say everyone but Chrono Ranger. That being said, Chrono Ranger does have a lot of damage dealing capabilities. So getting an additional +2 on Chrono Ranger would help a lot. But he's going to get a lot of damage very fast. I am going to try to run Lightning Returns. I'm going to relearn/run all the games in the trilogy in all the categories now that I'm actually a fair contender. It's not the only time I'm doing it, Naka. It's going to happen a lot more frequently. I'm indecisive. Well, if I'm going to exploit a bunch of damage boosts, then I feel like I want one on Chrono Ranger. I don't know though. Haka currently doesn't have that much damage dealing. Night Mist doesn't have that much, but she can redirect. And Scholar has a bunch of HP recovery, so I feel like Scholar's a safe bet. I'm gonna go with Chrono Ranger because let's live life on the fly. So between Night Mist and Haka, let's go with Night Mist because she's more easily able to recover HP. So we'll move this one to Chrono Ranger. Move this one to Darkwatch Night Mist. And we'll move this one to the Scholar. So, a lot of damage. Lots of damage. Lots of damage. Lots of damage. So, I feel like Displaced Armory for Jim's Hat is the best bet, because that lets me play another card. I could also start with Eye on the Prize, and maybe then I would draw Jim's Hat. I guess it doesn't matter the order because Jim's Hat is not going to increase that damage. So, Eye on the Prize. We're going to just wail on Plague Rat. We got another terrible tech strike. So, Displaced Armory would get me Jim's Hat, and then his Plague Rat, and then I can play another card. And Chrono Ranger's probably, I mean, like, he's already lost half of his HP. Well, almost half of his HP. So we're going to Displaced Armory for Jim's Hat. Search my deck for Jim's Hat, put into play, hit Plague Rat. So if I terrible tech strike now, then I'm actually gonna do Compounded Bow because I'm just going to assume I'm going to last for more than one round. Because this will do 4 and 4 to Plague Rat. Yeah? And let's be all radiant on your ass. Alright. That's not as useful. So Hawk of Shielding is sort of a waste. Enduring Intercession... I mean, if we start off with a Chemical Explosion, then it would, you know, put 12 on Haka, but at least it would keep the other people more alive. Punish the Weak would be good to set up for if I'm going to get a Rampage, because then it will do 1 fewer damage to the other heroes, but I guess it's not that big of a deal. We'll just Mare and get more cards. Do I have some kind of schedule, or is this generally around the time I stream? I don't really have a schedule other than I don't usually stream on Tuesdays or Thursdays. I am planning on a 13 PC run on Wednesday around 2 p.m. Eastern time. And I usually do the Sentinels of the Multiverse one-shot at this time because I like to do it right away before I get spoiled on it. And oh, look at that, I drew a Rampage. I was too busy talking, so I got a Rampage and a Vitality Search. So because I have this Rampage, that would probably be nice to have with Punish the Weak, but yeah. Let's see. So if I Amulet of the Elder Gods, then I could keep Night Mist's cards active via Enlightenment. However, she's gonna take a lot of damage if I do that. But I feel like Amulet's the better call. I don't want to. Yeah, Amulets, because at least I can have the option of redirection. All right. So Elder Ring, Mistbound, or Oblivion. I don't think we need the Elder Ring. The Oblivion would be nice, except it's a 4, and I would like to use that 4 maybe. Mistbound is sort of nice, except Plaguerat's always playing cards. Or Plaguerat's always doing damage, rather. So stopping him from playing cards isn't going to do that much. Is there anything really terrible? Whenever Plaguerat deals 5 or more damage to a single target, play the top card of the villain deck. He's very capable of doing that to Chrono Ranger. I don't think there's really any deal or any worry about him. If he plays this card, Noxious Bite, then he's dealing 7 to Chrono Ranger, and then he's gonna do 4 to Chrono Ranger, so he'd be at 5, and then he's basically dead the next turn. I sort of just feel like I have to do hardcore damage. I don't know. Let's take the Oblivion and then play it next round. Good play or worst play? It's 1:20 a.m. here right now. That's +5. So 2 p.m. on Wednesday would be 7 p.m. for you. I don't know. I feel like damage. I feel like this is the Jeremy. This is the Jeremy. Draw the Oblivion, and then do a bunch of damage. This will do 3 to everyone, this will do 5 to the non-heroes. That will probably kill Chrono Ranger, but eh. YOLO, we'll draw the Oblivion, we'll put Elder Ring on top. And then that's damage. There's no real point in playing Flesh to Iron because this is irreducible and Plaguerat is irreducible. So Truth Seeker is probably a bit better because it's damage without hitting himself and a card draw. In fact, it's more damage than will be done with the base power currently. Oh boy! Even more damage! Okay. Massive damage race. Everyone's infected. Hold on to your butts. So if I'm Oblivioning, I either redirect this one or I redirect the next one. Doesn't really matter the order. Well, let's redirect this one. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a short game in one fashion or another. Astral Premonition is not going to get used, and I'll discard that one and redirect to Plague Rat. I'm still alive! So, Terrible Tech Strike the Plague Rat. Terrible Tech Strike the Plague Rats. That's like 11 damage. And then I get to play it again. Because I'm not going to play the other one, that's a waste. And then hit the Plague Rat. And then Compound Bow the Plague Rat. This will do 5 and 5. Chrono Winter just did 32 damage on his turn. Let's be all cold. Oh, it converted anyway. Oh, right. I selected that first and then it converted. I can Rampage. Thank you, Neko. Alright, if I Rampage, this is how much to everyone? It's 2 to everyone, plus 3, so 5 to everyone. Ooh, Night Mist could have redirected that one, but now it's too late. That would have been a bit better. I forgot about that. Oh well. So this is going to be 5 to everyone, so everyone will survive it? Yeah! Why not? Probably because I will kill the Plague Locust and we'll lose a +1 to Scholar. Oh well. Actually, if I played Punish the Weak, that would have increased damage to Plague Locust but reduced damage to Plague Rat, so it wouldn't have been as good. Yeah, I should have redirected this one instead of the other one, but oh well, too late. I'm not going to lose Oblivion. I want more damage on everyone. And then let's mare your ass. Alright, so... Nope, can't redirect this one. Oblivion! Deal 1 to everyone. That's not going to kill you, right? So that doesn't matter, but I will hit Plague Rat first. And then I'm going to hit... that's not the one. Yeah, this order doesn't matter. I feel like this... I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win. I'm pretty sure. It could work out that I don't win, but... I mean, Scholar's losing a bunch of +1s, but... Hit Plague Rat first. I mean, it could be that I had to redirect the Rampage damage and not Plague Rat's damage, but it's a bit too late for that, so... Alright, what do you want? If I deal myself damage, then I die. I'm just gonna put Mist Form on top, because Plague Rat can't destroy that one, right? Although I can still redirect, so yeah, okay, maybe. Maybe there's a chance. Alright, so keep moving for... Let's see. I think it's keep moving to get Immortal Form to energy. This would do 2 plus 2 is 4. This would do 1 plus 2 is 3. Regain 1, which would do another 3. So get out of the way is better. And then Truth Seeker for the win. Okay. Fast. Easy.